Welcome back, boys and girls, and ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Banter Boys in Premier League, where we dive headfirst into the ins and outs. I know it's been a while, but we have a special treat for you here today. Alongside John Logan, we have a special guest, Chad Newby. I'll let him introduce himself here later. But this podcast, a lot's been said about one particular team in the Premier League. A lot of words from myself, so we give him the floor today to defend himself.
Strong opinions as well.
Strong opinions, I still have those. So without further ado, let's just dive right. At first, introduce yourself.
All right, I'm Chad Newby.
Yep.
Big Arsenal supporter.
There it is.
There it is. The Arsenal fan.
About time we got a little Arsenal on the pod.
Thank you.
Long time listener here. Shout out to my boy John, always sticking up for the lads. Give him, little common sense. Every now and then.
No, is it common though?
I think so. No, I do. But again, there's a lot of opinions on this couch right now.
Yep, there are.
Both ways.
It is crazy that John's been the biggest Arsenal supporter through all of this.
It really is crazy.
That's kind of sacrilege.
It really is.
Like you should hate them as much as you hate Spurs.
Man, I should, but
they're both in London. He might be an Arsenal fan.
I'm not.
John. Ooh. Anyways, let's dig into it. Updated title race. I know at the beginning of the season we had some teams like Villa in top 4. We had teams competing like City, and they're obviously there. Mm-hmm. But as it sits today, we have Liverpool at 54 points, followed by Man City at 52 points with a game in hand, and Arsenal at 52 points.
That's right.
I won't say Tottenham's in there, but they're the 4th team. They're not really in there.
They're not really in there.
So it's those 3 teams.
There's a fraud in there. But...
Let's start with it, Logan. How does it finish out? How does it shake out?
I mean, I think it's City, personally. I think the form I've seen lately, and I mean, KDB back with a new haircut, and man, it's just
Can we talk about, is it a
so
good haircut?
incredible.
Is it a good haircut?
I love it.
He rocks
It's
it.
very sophisticated. It looks like the haircut of someone that passes the ball from like
Someone that
20
knows his
yards.
role? I see. Okay.
But yeah, he's just class, and they're cooking right now. I really hope that Arsenal and Liverpool make it close. I would love to see something that goes a little bit farther than last year's went,
right?
In terms of a battle, but we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Me.
What's yours?
Let's hear it, Chad.
I'm an optimist. Like all my sports teams, Tennessee, tight. I've been through it. No rings all my life. Started supporting Arsenal probably their lowest point.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Let's see, it was our freshman year in college when they got beat 12-0 in the aggregate to Bayern.
Yeah.
I remember that.
They did do that, didn't they?
But hard for me to not sit here and have some hope.
I mean, yeah, that's what they give that to you.
I truthfully think it's going to be a tight race all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Between Arsenal, City, and Liverpool. I think Tottenham are going to drop a lot. That 4th spot, I think, is going to be very distant from the 3rd spot by the end of the year.
I agree.
Don't know if it'll be Tottenham, Villa, United.
Yeah.
I mean, biased. I think Arsenal really do have a good chance to go through the way they're playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, coming off 6-0 win over West Ham.
Yep.
Been real quiet this week. Not a lot to say after that one. 6-0 speaks for itself.
It does.
But yeah, hard to go against City. They're just the giants of the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
Some great analysis, though, Chad.
That's great.
Yeah.
For me,
there we go.
I mean, there's nothing bad to say. I've been very optimistic about them. I think the only thing that Arsenal have that they didn't have last year is their position. What I mean by that is they're not leading, so they don't have that pressure to continue to hold that, and everyone's chasing them. I think they're chasing Liverpool and chasing City ultimately.
You think that benefits Arsenal?
I think it does, because I don't think they were mentally strong enough to hold a lead. It takes pressure. It's a lot. You're competing with Champions League now. It's a lot to be able to say we're the Premier League winners. Do we want to hold this lead? Mm-hmm. You say you have a game against Sheffield one day, and then you have a Champions League game 4 days before. Who are we starting? Who are we playing? I don't think they have that battle right now.
To be fair, they are the 3rd youngest team in the Prem, Arsenal.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with?
I'm just saying.
He just wants you to know that
I just want
Chelsea's
you to
younger.
know. Chelsea's number 1. Chelsea's number 1, yeah, but if you guys are curious, but...
I wasn't, but okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so for me, how it shakes out is City 1, Liverpool 2, Arsenal 3. The way it sits, I think City takes over Liverpool just because they have the depth and that man Kevin De Bruyne. So
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like Logie said, I hope it's more of a tighter race this year than it was last year. I mean, it's just hard not to say City for the one. I'm actually, again, I just tend to go this way. I think Arsenal's going to finish second. I saw today at Liverpool, Alexander-Arnold hurt his knee again. I heard Alisson has also hurt his hamstring again, so they're out. So a little concerning things on that end.
When does Salah come back though? Do you know?
I think he's supposed to be on the bench this weekend.
Yeah.
He probably won't play.
But I mean, we all know how injuries shape up and how they, keep going. So you just never know.
You never know.
Oh yeah, talking from Chelsea standpoint again, But yeah, the fourth slot. I mean, I think that's one. I think we're gonna have this topic later on, but I can see United slipping in there. I really do.
We'll talk about it later.
We can talk about it later, but yeah, if you think I'm gonna say Tottenham's gonna finish fourth, then you're crazy. So
What is it that you have against Tottenham? Like,
it's just everything about them. Everything about them.
What though? They play good football.
They play some decent football at times. Yeah, it's their fan base that really gets me going.
Is it a particular fan?
He's part of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out Johnny. Yeah, I know. I just straight up hate them. So, on that note, we can kind of talk more about Arsenal.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to hear what Chad
I want to go
the
back
positives
to
and if there's some
something-
negatives. And
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
Chad has
thoughts.
to say. Give him
I've
the
got
floor
some
for a little
thoughts.
bit. Yeah. Go on, Chad.
So going back to what Benny said, not able to hold a lead.
Right.
The mentality is what.
Yeah, I said that. Look at last season. What happened?
So I did a little research. Got some numbers.
Wow.
This man came prepared.
That's what I'm talking about.
Can't show up unprepared.
Yeah, I respect that.
So last year, down the stretch,
Right.
City went unbeaten
Mhm.
in all competitions
Mhm.
from February 5th
Okay.
to
Alright.
May 28th.
That's crazy.
Did not lose one game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's quality. They won the treble too, so it's quality.
Quality. So will they do it again this year?
I don't see what's stopping them from doing that.
I mean, that's not easy to do.
It's
Like,
not.
that doesn't
but
happen.
It doesn't. But when you have the likes of their team, it's just like you have Foden, you have Doku, you have Holland, you have Kevin De Bruyne, you have Rodri. Like they have endless players. I think just
But we saw him struggle a little bit when
With
Rodri was out.
we did.
KDB, obviously.
They would need, if Rodri had a season-ending injury,
Yeah, I mean GG's.
I'd be like, okay, there's vulnerability here.
Agreed.
So touching on that point as well. So that's my first point I wanted to make.
Okay, that's
Everyone likes to, I get everyone likes to hate Arsenal. It's fun, whatever. Everyone loves it for some reason.
Good.
Yeah.
But
I love
at
it.
some point you gotta acknowledge City and the giant that they are.
Oh,
Like,
This team is probably the best team to ever play the game of football. Besides, I can't in the Premier League. In the Premier League, in the Prem. Like I wouldn't even throw that
Yeah,
Invincible.
they're
They're better than Invincibles. I'm sorry. Different time. I think they're better than Invincibles. That's me.
It's what they did last season is a
It's
way bigger
massive.
achievement
Than
than what they
treble,
did.
yeah.
In today's
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point.
in today's game.
Yeah, no, I get that.
It's one of the best teams, one of the best managers of all time. So
Yeah.
we acknowledge one of the Giants. If City was a regular team, regular top 4 team, Arsenal might have had their day already. But they haven't. That's the reason why Liverpool is so great. They only won one in the Klopp era. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's fair.
that's another point. But I'm gonna wait till Bertie gets here.
Yeah, no, we need to roast that.
Yeah, okay.
But-
Go ahead.
Go on, Chad. Continue.
Next point.
Uh-huh.
So first of all, I just wanted to point out,
Great point.
the Giants, the City are.
Right.
Second of all, we talked about, what it would take for City to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Big injury.
Right.
No one talks about Saliba getting hurt. Missed the last 2 months of the season, right when Arsenal started.
Oh, last
going
year.
downturn. Yeah, still going back last year.
Okay.
And so this is building into why I still have hope for this year.
Okay.
And how could I not?
Right.
But
Yeah.
I mean, our season was in the hands of Rob Holding. And
No disrespect, Rob. You're
that's
watching.
not
Yeah, no disrespect.
Rob. Yeah, no disrespect, but we've seen that the year before against Spurs when we had the game for top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Rob Holding gets the red within first 20 minutes.
Yep.
Game.
But so on that point, I
Mhm.
totally agree. Saliba going out last season was a huge factor,
Massive.
but you guys didn't really solve that. Like you didn't bring in another quality
I think
center back.
now.
Like Timber can play outside back, and you could shift Ben White.
I think
in,
Timber's
I
going to
guess.
turn heads when he gets back. He was phenomenal preseason this year. Got hurt first Premier League game of the year.
Unfortunately, he was a player.
He's in the squad going forward for Champions League, so might see him at the end of this year.
Yep.
But I think the depth is where we're different this year. I think Tomiyasu, when he's healthy, can step in. I think Ben White can go to center back.
Mhm.
I think Tomiyasu is a lot more proven at this point than he was last year.
Mhm.
Kiwar, we've seen him step in and like play good minutes for Arsenal.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think depth, obviously, getting Declan Rice, signing of the year in the
Incredible.
Premier League, he's unreal.
Incredible.
Just bosses the midfield every game.
Right.
So all that being said, I think Arsenal have a chance. Like to say Arsenal doesn't have a chance to go win the Premier League this year.
I love it.
think
No, I love that.
A chance, yeah, it's a chance.
I love it.
Is it slim?
I'm just saying, don't count them out.
I won't.
We're talking 3 points here. You can't say slim. I mean, they're in the conversation. They're in it.
Right, they're in it, yes, and that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, they're in it.
But at the end of the day, I do not think they have enough to win Premier League with who is in front of them. I don't think they're better than Liverpool. I'm sorry, and I don't think they're.
I mean,
better.
did you watch?
And don't get me started. I watched that game, chat, and
It
Liverpool
was-
gifted. They had
Liverpool didn't have a shot on goal.
I know, but
That was a goal, that's
Van Dijk and Alisson made them.
Whoa, they had shockers.
I know.
Arsenal did the same thing in the first half.
I know what I'm saying is that really sealed it. Like they played uncharacteristically so bad. That's not like them at all. They will never make those
Why?
mistakes.
Okay, so my thing
What?
with that.
What, John? No, what?
My thing with that. You're saying Liverpool played so bad. Why can't we say Arsenal played that good?
John,
Because they. Again,
Took
I
the words
watched the
out of
game
my mouth.
as I was able to watch the game just as a neutral.
Was it a neutral though?
Yes, I was. I had no say in what I could care less who won that game. But the way Arsenal played that game, you can't tell me that.
Dude.
Let's go pull up the last title when Arsenal had a bad stretch.
Bro, all
of the episode, y'all.
I know.
Title race. No. Hang on.
You guys.
Liverpool in control. Our Arsenal finished. not Arsenal.
All right, that was a great segment on Arsenal. At the end of the
I
day,
think it was a great segment. I
yeah,
think it was a
they're
good
competing. We can talk all day about them,
segment. We could.
but we're not going to. We're going to switch all the way to the bottom of the table and talk.
Complete 180.
Yep.
Complete 180s.
And talk about the bottom three. Who's really going to get relegated? Who's staying up?
Can we remind the people who are in the bottom three at the moment?
Yeah, currently competing right now in the bottom three is Sheffield, Burnley.
Okay, and
Everton is there
Okay.
with asterisk
Okay.
10-point deduction.
actually, with a possible another 10-point deduction.
If that happens, we're done for.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, yeah, no. If someone gets docked 20 points,
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And I'll start this one because my team is.
Yeah,
currently
go ahead.
sitting
No,
there.
yeah, this is your time. Yeah.
I am so angry with the Premier League. Honestly, I'm not going to talk about it. We should have 29 points right now, sitting in 12th, 11th, but we don't. We're currently at 18th right now, and it hasn't been good. We lost to Corey, who was really bossing the midfield, making everything tick for us. He's been out for like 5 games, so no excuses about that. We're not a deep team, but what I'm saying is, I think we have the manager. I think first of all, I think Burnley and Sheffield, they're done. I think they go. I really think
they're too far.
I think it's a race to not get relegated between Everton, Luton, and Forest.
Palace might get dragged in there too.
They could.
They could if they keep dropping points. But if those two guys
if Olise and
if those guys are in, they're fine.
So who actually Everton stays up. I think we have the manager to do it. We've done it.
Literally.
We've really done it the past 3 years. So unfortunately, we're in this position again, not by our play, but by some outside forces. Premier League docking us 10 points.
Yeah.
So I think Nottingham, Burnley, and Sheffield go. Like I said at the beginning of the season, I think Luton stay up. They've been impressive lately.
You know who's been actually incredible?
Who?
And you're going to be upset with this answer. You know what I'm going to say, right? The man Matt Barkley.
Ross
Barkley.
Yeah, he's been playing.
He's actually like,
Yeah.
they're in talks of like him being in the English squad.
Yeah.
Like, why do we not go get him in the summer?
He's on a tear right now.
Did they get him on the free?
From he was still on.
He was playing in France.
He was at Chelsea. He was at Chelsea, and then I think he.
Was it loan or was it y'all sold him?
We just let. I think we didn't even sell him.
Just left.
He just said, "See, buddy."
Well, he's doing well.
Yeah.
But that's my bottom three: Nottingham, Burnley, and Sheffield.
Yeah, well, that's fair. Can we? I know we got the resources right now. Can we look up Everton's next four games, please?
Do we have to?
We got some high tech. We're going on this this podcast here, so I just want to get your take on like what's potential points for the next 4 matches, right?
Okay.
So we'll start with the first one. Okay, so at home to Crystal Palace.
It's a big one.
That's a massive one.
I think we draw or get the win there.
Okay. Draw, get the win.
I think we get the win though.
Okay, so we'll start with 3 points.
Yep.
All right. At Brighton.
It's susceptible. I think we draw 2-2.
Oh my
It's
god.
optimistic.
I think we draw 2-2.
All right, for the benefit of that, we'll give you 4 points.
That's 4 points.
All right, then you got West Ham at home.
We win that one.
They're struggling right now.
We win that one.
Injuries.
You win that one?
7 points.
Okay, and then you're at United, and then the little extra here. Next game's at Liverpool. So within those 2 games, you get points there.
Merseyside, it could be a point. Anything can happen.
I know. I understand.
We lose United. They're catching form.
They are.
We might get something out of Merseyside. We may not. So out of those next 5 games, we walk away with 7 points. Minimum.
Wow,
that's bold.
That is
those next
bold.
3 are massive for Everton, though.
Oh yeah, the next 3. If we don't get any points out of Crystal Palace, Brighton, or West Ham, I need to subscribe to Sky Sports.
Maybe they have deals. I don't know, but if you guys don't win on Monday, I think.
Don't say it.
I'm not saying it's over, but
over, bro.
I think it might be close to saying, "Hey, GG's, bro, get that Sky Sports membership."
Bro, we go through an easy run.
No, because that's assuming that like Luton and Forest are gonna win.
Right.
They might not
that's
have
true.
easy games.
They might.
Yeah, you never know.
Hey, you guys play.
I like what Logan said. I think Crystal Palace could slide down, like especially if they lose Monday.
Yeah,
I might say they're right in the thick of it. They lose Monday.
They are. I mean, it's gonna be close.
It's reality though.
I think it's gonna be tight. I think it's gonna come down to the wire for sure.
But also, what you were not thinking of, there's a chance that our 10-point deduction gets appealed,
but you might get
the one that
they already brought us with.
So y'all could get it back.
They'll take that one away and then they'll hit you with the other one.
Offset. Net 0.
So we could possibly be out of this if that happens. Hopefully we have a good lawyer. But that's what I think.
Who are your lawyers, by the way? Do you know?
No,
I think we talked about this one time.
We did one time, but I forgot.
But it's probably not a good lawyer then. But yeah, no, that's the reality at the bottom of the table right now.
Minus 38 goal differential is wild.
Sheffield, no.
Sheffield is done.
Can we say though, Burnley's been a little surprising?
Like good or bad?
Bad.
Yeah,
what do you expect?
People thought
everyone
thought they would stay up.
They won the championship last year.
It's hard.
They set the record. It was the most points ever by a championship team. But
it's hard.
They didn't go out and get proven players. Teams that stay up, like Luton went and got Ross Barkley, and look at how big a difference he's made.
A Prem player.
Burnley didn't get anybody like that.
Yeah. No, I get that, but for me personally, Benny,
do we stay up? Does Everton stay up this season?
I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to say yes. I don't feel good about that. I wouldn't put any money on it, but I feel like with their history and they just somehow do it. I want to be optimistic.
This is not really their history, though. Relegation.
It's not our history.
It's recent.
Recent history.
Yeah, last 3 years.
No, I looked at something popped up the other day. It was just Chelsea thing, but the 04-05 season, Everton was in 4th.
Yeah, we used to be good. But don't get me. That's a whole other topic too. What happened there?
Genuinely, for me, they can't go down.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot play in that new stadium in the
championship.
That can't happen.
That'll financially burden us.
But I'm conflicted because I really want Luton to stay up.
Same.
I really want.
It would be a cool story. It would be.
So I guess. I wouldn't mind Forest going down, I guess. I don't know.
I like Forest too, though. They're fun to watch.
They got some players now. They got
Gio. They got Gio, yeah.
Gio, they got some players, dude.
That's why I'm saying Crystal Palace. If Everton beats Crystal Palace Monday, they're in trouble.
They can slide.
Yeah.
They can slide. But I don't want Palace gone.
How is Palace doing so bad? They
I don't
have
know.
two good center backs, Anderson and Mark Gahey. They have
Chris
Elise
Richards,
and Eze.
Yeah.
They should not be in this position.
Yeah.
No.
And praying for Roy Hodgson, he fell the other day.
Yeah,
really?
he's old. Yeah.
He's a bit
Did he
old.
fall or he fell?
I saw.
I think he fell.
He actually literally
physically.
fell.
Yeah,
physically.
Yeah.
He was in the hospital.
Yeah.
They should. Did Vieira got sacked, right?
Yeah.
He shouldn't have. I don't know if he got sacked. But that's another topic anyway.
That's another topic. Well,
so we're all in agreement to that Everton will stay up.
I think so.
I hope so.
I think
they must.
Yeah, me too.
I think Luton's magic runs out.
You think so?
I think they go down.
But it's hard playing at that stadium.
Oh, no doubt.
That's a fortress.
No doubt.
Fortress. Yeah.
I just think.
And they have the fastest player in the world.
Who?
Their winger. He is so fast. He keeps scoring.
The dude from Netherlands.
Where he's from.
It's not Morris, right?
Yeah.
Is it Morris?
Adebayo.
Elijah Adebayo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's class.
Get Ross Barkley up in there.
And they have bodies, bro. Wow. Luton's a team.
Yeah.
Luton's a team. I have to give it to them. They've done well.
But yeah, I think we're all in agreement though, Benny. But not to change topics just super fast, but I'm really excited for this next one.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
really, really excited for this next topic.
All right, well let's give it to him, Jono.
Topic is it realistic or not that United passes Spurs?
And where are they at right now on the table?
United's in 6 points behind Tottenham.
Yeah.
You know my answer. You know how I feel about it.
I do
how
know.
I feel about it. I feel like Man United's on a tear right now. I'm curious to see what Logan has to say about this. But I think it's more than realistic. I think there's a very decent chance of it happening. I don't want to say good chance, but I think there's a very strong chance or decent chance that it happens. And you know what? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Let's get Man United back in Champions League football. Get Tottenham back down to where they belong, playing for Tiger Cups, and then that's what they do. That's who they are. Let's get them. Let's get back into reality, and let's get down. But so that's my take on it. So I'm curious to see what Logan has to say about it. I think he'll agree, but
The agenda is crazy.
It's crazy.
No, I mean, I hope that City and Arsenal make it semis final of the Champions League, and we can get 1 through 5 our Champions League spots.
yeah.
I've low key been like a Tottenham believer
Yep.
a little bit more than most. I think if anything, United catches Villa, and because I think people are starting to figure out Villa.
Yeah.
Seen the last few
Emery
games.
ball. I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
It's good for a while,
Yep.
and then people start to figure it out.
Mhm.
There's still quality, but
There's still quality,
I could
yeah.
see them. I think they could slip more than Tottenham.
Right.
I've been very impressed with how Tottenham got through without
Injuries.
Son.
Yeah.
How they got through without Madison. Now they're both about to be back. I think Van de Ven's back. I think Man United comes 4th or 5th. Maybe we get ahead of Tottenham, maybe not. Just kind of depends how their form goes the rest of the season. But I think we get Villa for sure.
Wow.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm coming from the opposite stance. It's like inevitable that Tottenham's gonna just fall at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But to their credit, they've overcome the Madison injury. I thought that was
They did
it.
well.
But they, I
Yeah.
mean, they've
Yeah,
impressed.
He's got Richarlison scoring goals.
Bagging goals.
He's got
Bagging
Timo
goals.
Werner looking
Good.
decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just still around.
I think it'll be close. The 4th spot will be a fight.
Mhm.
Man United will definitely pass Villa.
Yeah.
But here's, I guess, my one thing with Villa I want to add is they're out of all other
Competitions.
competitions.
So is United.
So is United,
Yeah.
right?
So is Tottenham.
Yeah, Tottenham doesn't have any.
So they're-
well, Tottenham's
Yeah. Those 3 teams can literally just focus.
So
on
they
the
can literally just focus on the Prem, do their own thing, rest their players during the week. Like I said, I think 4th place is going to be really exciting. My prediction is Man U, Villa, Tottenham, of course. But
Man, you think Tottenham slides to 6?
The agenda.
we'll see what happens. I'm optimistic.
I gotta say no there. Tottenham are playing fantastic ball. I don't think Man United should pass them. I think they hold the 4th spot. I like how they play the game of football.
It's
I like
exciting to watch.
It is exciting to watch. And then Man United, inconsistent, but we know they get good later in the season. So we didn't talk about it, but we're talking about it now. I want to bring it up earlier or right now. But chats in the pod, we talked about it in our group chat. I'm gonna show you this picture right here. Hopefully we can get a zoom in on this. Well, this is Odegaard after the Liverpool win. One of the greatest rappers of all time, Aubrey Graham Drake, has said, and I quote, "Championship celebrations in regular season." Let that marinate.
This is a pause for effect.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, this man Odegaard, the celebrations after, I'm all for celebrating a win, right? Did he go too far? Or no? I don't know the story with the photographer, what it meant, so I'll let you speak to that, but as a viewer just watching the
I
game.
know what you're
Well, and you can expand it. This was the main thing that stood out, but you could expand it to the whole team.
Yeah.
The whole team celebrated.
The whole team celebrated
It wasn't just Odegaard.
very, very hard. They won the title, and they just beat Liverpool, and they're still in 3rd place. I don't get it. Personally, I think it was a bit too much, but I'll let you speak.
I know what you're going to say. But
Do you think if any other team celebrated like that, it would be even mentioned?
No, they don't. No other team does celebrate
They
that.
do.
Who?
I mean,
Not
you think
like
Arsenal's the only?
bro. That one and then the Luton one blows my mind.
You go back and watch. I mean, there's plenty of last minute winners this year.
Yes,
Tottenham, Sheffield, at home.
Yeah.
Went nuts. No one said a word. United had one against. God, they scored a last minute winner earlier this year.
Mine is against Wolves.
I think it was McTominay.
Or
When we came in overtime and scored 2, or not overtime, came in and scored 2
he
goals.
scored twice.
Yeah.
Went nuts.
Yeah.
No one said a word.
Okay. So what do you want us to say?
Just
keep the standard.
Just going back to how
Yeah.
I just don't understand why it's so fun
So,
to
I
point
think-
out Arsenal.
So I think.
I don't get it.
All right. I think this is my piece. I think, and I'm not trying to come at your neck, because like
Come at his neck.
I don't.
Come at it.
I don't
Pause.
like personally. I don't mind it that much. Like,
I love
so
it.
I know what you're saying. When there's a last minute winner, teams go crazy. But after the final whistle,
Mm-hmm.
like if City beats Liverpool at the Etihad after the final whistle, if there's a last minute winner, they're gonna go crazy. But then when the final whistle goes, they're gonna be like
Shake
dap
hands.
each other up, be like yes, they're gonna celebrate a little bit, but they're gonna get down the tunnel and be like
Next game.
And I think that's just kind of because they've been through it so much. They're like it's just another game. We got to go to the next one. Whereas Arsenal's such a young team and they haven't really been through it as much. So I have no issue with them enjoying it. Like I have no issue with it. But two things.
Okay.
One, a young side like Chelsea has a Thiago Silva in it. No, John.
But I thought you were dogging me right now.
Chelsea also has a very young team.
I get where you're going
But
with
they
this,
have
yeah.
Thiago Silva in the team.
Right.
And if Chelsea was in that position, I think Thiago Silva would be like, "What are you guys doing?
No, he
like,
doesn't.
get down the tunnel.
He
Like,
doesn't.
say thank you to the fans and get down the
He does it
tunnel."
often, actually.
And Arsenal doesn't have a 38-year-old that's won
Right.
everything in the locker room. Like they're kind of all on the same level with each other, so they're just kind of doing what they think is right. I have I seriously have no issue with it. Like have fun.
Right.
But then my second thing, if you end up not winning the title and people look back at that moment and make fun of you,
That's what's gonna
then, like,
happen.
That's fine.
Then you just gotta take it.
You gotta take it.
Trust me.
And
I'm
that's
ready.
okay.
I am ready to post on Instagram
Oh, wow.
on my story
Okay.
when City won the league, a picture of Odegaard.
I don't get why the camera's such a big deal.
Right, it's just
You didn't have
funny.
a camera.
It's a meme though, like picture of Odegaard, take pictures of City lifting the trophy. I'm just ready for that.
I just feel like in that setting,
What setting, Jono?
you're at home
Okay.
against Liverpool. Everyone's already written you off in this game. They're gonna say Liverpool's gonna come in and smack you guys, and you put on a performance like that.
But you
Enjoy it.
But you know
Enjoy it.
you won the game, or you know you won the game just for like 10 minutes. Like
I say you embrace that moment, enjoy it with your fans.
It felt like they had gotten over a mountain.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
other thing.
They-
The
exactly. That's
the
what I
Emirates
feel
was
like.
crazy.
It was-
So I think
yeah.
the fans
Oh, it
energy
persuaded
kind of-
something.
I think
Right.
that speaks to
built
what
into it, too.
Arteta's built too. Is that team they're doing it I think that's just pure emotion. I don't think they're going out of their way to be extra.
Yeah.
I think Odegaard is making this cameraman's day.
yeah.
Who's been there for 30 years.
Okay.
Spoke to the team at Anfield
Okay,
last year in the documentary.
Okay.
He did do that.
He did do
You
that.
know, there's a story there. He grabbed a camera, and everyone wants to make a big deal. But also, what would the sport be if they blew the whistle and they just walked off the pitch?
That's a good point.
We're not
how
saying-
boring would it be if the fans just didn't
Yeah.
celebrate? Everyone just
But that's
left.
why City is boring. But
Yeah.
City
Yes,
wins
City is so
everything.
boring.
But they win.
I'm tired
They've
of
done
it.
the last 5 years though. They've won the Prem the last 4 to 5 years.
Exactly.
I'm okay.
Something
But
new's coming on, and
I'm enjoying it. I'm
I
okay
would
with
too.
everyone talking about it. That's fine.
I
They've worked for that moment. The pressure
agree.
on them too.
I agree.
That game
I agree.
was
I agree.
huge.
I agree.
If they lost that game, they're out of the title race.
I agree. I agree. All great points. Championship celebration, regular season. I think that at the end of the day, I give Arsenal a lot of slack.
you do.
It's just some of their fans, not you, but some other Arsenal fans are saying they're winning Champions League, they're winning Premier League, they're winning everything. I can't get behind. If Arsenal win the Premier League, I don't know if I'll be able to handle it.
But are you not tired of watching City just
Oh, I am.
dog walk everybody?
But at the same time, I'm not, because the football they play recently, it's just like,
Well, no, and at this point, I'd honestly, if my team's not gonna win, I'd rather City win. Cause
So
then
no,
it's
No one
It's
else
an
had a
even
chance.
playing field.
We
Yeah,
never
it's
had
even.
a chance.
I never have a chance.
Dude, hey, 115 allegations, Benny, and they deduct you all 10 points.
Oh, trust me, I talked about that.
And you're rooting for them.
I'm not rooting for them. I'm not rooting
Oh,
for
crazy.
them. I'm not rooting for them. I just know.
115.
Allegations. Oh,
Yeah,
And what did y'all do?
We were honest. And
You didn't have 100. You didn't have 115.
we had one.
allegations.
We had one, and we were honest
Crazy.
about it. COVID.
Yeah, crazy.
COVID. And they're gonna blame the financial. The $19 million in discrepancy. 10 points. We're talking about relegation here. People livelihood.
115.
Talking about the chef, the cafeteria chef. Talking about the trash, the laundry maid, like all of them jobs are gone. If you don't have that money to pay for them, they're gone. And you don't get that bread in championship. Look at Sunderland, bro. They went all the way down to 4th tier.
They did.
And they're not back up yet.
Dude,
That's what I think about at night.
I don't want you to have to buy Sky Sports.
I don't want you to.
Do that.
How do we know this talk?
I don't even know what days they play. What do they play on Saturdays? Sundays?
I think it's on Saturdays, but I've never watched the game until it gets to playoff time.
Until it gets playoffs. Until it gets playoffs.
On ESPN Plus.
That's
On
exciting
ESPN Plus,
football. That's
I
exciting
subscribe for.
Yeah.
So I can watch it. But
Yeah.
paying $5.99 for that, so I did look it up. $5.99.
But back at the end of the day, I feel like, I mean, in that moment,
Right.
you embrace it. You just take it on. And, but again, you do that. You go in the locker room, but then it's over.
Right.
Then you move on.
Right.
It's over.
You go to
And
West Ham
then they
6-0.
and they came out
Yeah, they're on a.
okay.
I can say they're on a roll right now.
I'll give that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a
If
great
they're
point.
gonna come up
And
come
lost.
out and play
It
bad
is.
against
Yeah,
West Ham.
then
Yeah.
you'll be like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
But that's a great look. Okay.
6-0.
I'm
I think it's just what Arteta's built with the energy,
Mhm.
with the fans.
And they're buying into it. I like
yeah,
that.
I think
They're
everyone's
buying
bought
into
into it.
Yeah.
And they're just happy, celebrating.
It's been a long
I don't
time.
see a problem
It's
with
been
it.
a long time. It's
Yeah.
been a long time.
Yeah.
For now, it's fair play.
Fair play,
If
fair
they
play.
fall out of the title race, and
We'll
it's gonna
see.
be
That's gonna be
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fine.
We will see that photo again.
We will.
One way or another.
We will.
One way or another.
At the end of the day, I'm just making it clear that
It's gonna. I can already see the meme. It's gonna be Odegaard taking
pictures of City and winning the trophy. Yeah.
Mm.
I like the way Arsenal play. I like the team, the
too.
chemistry they have. I would love to see them
Exciting
continue to
players.
compete.
Yeah.
No hate against
I
Arsenal.
don't think you would.
No hate against Arsenal. I just think
I
sometimes
don't think you would either.
I don't know. Standard is a bit higher for them than other Premier League clubs.
Could still use a number 9.
Could use a
Did y'all see those rumors?
I did, and I would love that. I would love it.
We won't get into it. It's not gonna happen.
We're not-
He's
yeah,
going to Madrid.
We'll see.
But
Yeah, no, I think he's going for Madrid. But
would be fun.
I'll say anything else we need to address before we wrap this up, boys?
Anything you want to say?
I think I'm good. I feel great not talking about Chelsea today. If I'm being completely honest with you.
All right, that's good.
So we can revisit that after you get.
There will be a discussion next week, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure.
4-0. Okay. Well, chat. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Yeah.
We appreciate your insight, your research. Some people
Research,
come on. Yeah. Some
Some
people.
people come on and just think it's gonna come natural. It's
It's not for
and
some.
we're not naming names either.
Drew Johnson.
Oh, wow, okay.
But
Sorry, Drew.
came prepared. So if you're out there and want to be on the podcast, let us know. Come prepared.
And maybe towards the end of the season we have a Johnny versus Chap.
That Tottenham game.
Yeah. We want it.
I want
The
it.
fans want it. We'll give it to you. Pause. Anyways, thank you for watching, listening.
Peace.
Peace.